Alright, ladies and gentlemen, just a quick update from Crypto Ranger to you. Now we have this channel here, okay? Switch over to candles. You can see that the 6-hour price action has been bearish. However, on lower time frames such as the 15, our plan was to long starting from this point over here. So longing this on the chaser with the parameters such as these ones, the ones that I have outlined, would have yielded some profitable results. So long sell within this distance, long sell, long sell, long sell, long sell. Each one of these candles at least brings you $200 range basically. So buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, average, and of course the size that you added up per trade would grow according to how many times we get picked up. So on average, you're buying the downtrend and you're selling in profit. Buying the downtrend, look at this candle, selling in profit, buying, selling in profit, buying, selling in profit. You averaged in here, you sold in profit with using these parameters. And right now, because of this, we're looking at the midline. I think we're buying just a little lower, but starting now, we're going to – 0.1 right there, very close to the bottom, so I'm going to set this to 5. Now, as you can see, these have been very consistently, these price levels. It's sold, bought, sold, and stacks of Satoshis just rolling in. This was a very significant 2.5x leverage accumulation here based on price, and it was somewhere in this region, I don't know, but it's, you know, as soon as it went underwater and could not reach these target levels, we sold it at basically 0.5 away from entry. Here's the entry price, and here's the exit price. Anyways, positive result, nevertheless. This is now filling. We want to be filling all the way down to about this level, and this is where I think that we need to pause the whole thing, because, well, pause as in, you know, let's be a little bit more careful here and considerate in this region right now. It'll probably move up away from here. If it doesn't and goes lower, we're finally going to be able to buy at our target level at 38K soonish, okay? Quick analysis on higher time frame shows us that there's a potential downtrend in development, okay? And we can easily get down to this point, or actually we may even stop halfway. But this would be a confluence point and my third L where I would consider buying. So definitely accumulating in the region of the 38K. I think we'll have an overshoot to take out these guys, potentially go a little lower, but as long as we're within the channel, and I think we'll stay within the channel for the foreseeable future, we should be able to come out of this without a scratch. Okay, so yeah, I know it sounds insane, but people are thinking, you know, why are you buying a downtrend? We don't know if it's a downtrend. You know, there was a small speculation at this price level, thinking that we're saying that this might actually go a little higher, sweep the 45K. We almost made it, short by 600 points, but you know, so resistance in the way, most definitely. Is it something that Bitcoin cannot overcome? I don't know. Seems to me that there are going to be lots of fake outs, so traditional drawing methods of channels and patterns do not apply here. You need to switch over to higher time frames, and as you can see, we're out of this time frame, out of this channel, and for this channel, this brings us back to this level, okay? So we broke out of this channel. It is likely that within the next 4 hours we will close outside of the channel and continue falling down. Once we take out this low, we should overshoot and go down to 38, which is, I think, is our buy area from where price will shoot up to at least the HC, which sits at 40.5K. on Bitcoin. Now, quickly, one more thing, daily. All right, looking at the channel daily, even though we have a close here, another close here, open here, close here, we're going to bring this down, and maybe we'll need to adjust this channel because it's far from over. On the daily, this would be 1 and second touch 2, which is also a buy area and a potential bounce away from that, from these levels. So I don't know if we're going to make it to 38. I think we have evidence to support that on the 6 time frame, but on the daily, we're trending within the upper channel and of this descending grid lane, grind lane over here, lower, upper, and we're aiming to go to the lower part of it, where I think it will bounce and continue channeling with a slight upward movement. But like I said, the daily is closing in 16 hours, so we will need to see where that close will be, because I think structurally, right, this could be showing us that we may end up looking at a sideways channel like this. It's adjusted, and this is just trying to understand what could potentially happen here. So yeah, we could be looking at a bullish channel here, and the touch would be halfway through, back at 40K, previous close and open. So the buy opportunity stands at this line, 4,700. And I think from there we'll make another attempt to go up. Looking at the momentum here, I think it'll be time for us to have a little reversal, a little correction here. So far so good. The setup that we had posted previously, even though it's a downtrend, it's been profitable. You can see there's lots of chops. I think it was you guys. Price falls, we buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, all the way down. I've been buying and selling. I'm about to go and dump my P&L cards that I have been accumulating over the past 5 days. And this has only been 2 days over here. So starting from all the way down here, I have traded enough and accumulated enough to go ahead and share with you guys. So yeah, I know unconventional ways looking at things here. You know, for bears, this downtrend, even though it looks nice if you draw a straight line, however, remaining here without a strategy such as the one that we had posted where we utilize the chaser is really difficult, because price goes down, they short, instantly they're underwater, and they don't know if it's a reversal. Most likely they'll close the position. It goes back down again, reverses, most likely they'll close the position, goes back down again, reverses, and so it's been stressful for bears. Holding is not my style. I don't know. I've been buying this downtrend and I'm profitable. Hopefully so are you, if you stuck to the parameters here. And no, these do not yield negative P&L numbers here, because some of you guys in the Discord have reported that these parameters here somehow give you a negative P&L. Your distance matters, and it takes a little bit of time for a 10 or 5 distance to get hit, because this is you know, looking at the ATR value here, it's not that big. It's not that big. So it's a perfect setting for accumulating. I haven't had a single negative trade, no matter how small or big, using these parameters here. So I don't know what you're doing, but if you follow along, you should be okay. I am not randomly pulling this out of my pocket and trying to give you what I think is right. This is the average of the 1 minute ATR, which, considering that if your entry is here and you average it down, price will need to move at least a quarter to get your average out, and a quarter with an overshoot of these numbers is more than enough to put you in a profitable trade using these settings over here. So once again, daily is uncertain to me. It looks like we're ready to go down to the 38K with an overshoot down to 37 potential, but my third L is here, and so is my buying. Aggressive buying starts at 38. At these levels here, nothing too spectacular, nothing too serious. We're going to continue grinding our way down slowly. But again, this channel, I don't know, on the 6 hours, we just broke out of it. All right, take it for what it is. It's right here. Let's adjust to the original position here. So the breakdown occurred over here, retest, and a continuation. This line measures max distance to target. The white line splits this target by 2, meaning we'll have a significant pausing area at around 40K. And if that doesn't hold, we will simply collapse down to 38 and a touch lower. So our accumulation starts in this region. I don't know if it's going to rebound immediately, go sideways a little bit and then up, or simply stay here for a little while, make another leg down, and then go up. But yeah, this is the zone. This is the zone where we want to be buying. All right, that's my plan. I'm simply following the channel and looking at the OPV here. A potential breakout away from this level to the upside is also possible if money starts pouring in. We will certainly have a divergence here. This makes a low, and this stays the same. There could be consequences for bears once again. All right, let's look forward to the next trade. Remember, 6 hour breakdown, target 38 daily. We need one more close to have one more touch on a potential channel that's developing. So maybe it goes down here and then goes up. So this is what we want to be trading in the near term, managing this really well with small leverage. And then also, when it goes back down here, we start being a bit more aggressive, because that would be a full extension of this line. And potentially could go a little lower, but we'll talk about that once we're there. See how frequently it's starting to hit? Okay, I want to increase this to 5. So at 10. And just sit up, because once you get to 100 and you're at 0.5, getting to 0.5 leverage, you should start increasing the distance here proactively to manage this. But I'm not messing with my exit parameters, keeping them as is. It's just that because of the frequency of how hard the bids are getting hit right now on a chaser, I want to increase this and start averaging a little bit lower. This midline here is telling us that we might pause. We break down, we're trending in the lower channel, accumulation starts here. For now, I'm trading this, potentially something that may look like this. If it breaks down, it goes down this way, we'll accumulate here for another leg up. If you want to short, go ahead. I don't know what would justify a short position here that you can hold on to, but I guess you can bet on a breakdown. The only thing is, it has to have a set of confirmations here. We're not seeing it 100%, and we don't know how it's going to go there. It's just that, you know what? A short trade is profitable if you time it right, and I don't have the time for that, because it most likely is going to instantly reverse in the opposite direction and make you think all sorts of things. And it may get stuck up there, you know, at support, and then if it doesn't move lower, participants may step in and start buying even more aggressively to push price higher. And now you're wondering, like, if you should be in the short at all. You close it, it dies, momentum dies, goes sideways, and then it finally dumps, and you wish you had that short. So it's a lot of stress. I don't mess with it. You know, I'm looking for ways to buy. It's a single direction, makes life easy, and with these tools, you cannot lose, even in a downtrend. As you see, this whole line here was traded. Like I said, I'm going to post my P&L, but no one else has this methodology that they can fully rely on. So for me, it's been great. It's been great following price, dumping and buying and exiting with these parameters. These are perfect. And let's see what happens. We're going to sit here for a little while until this closes. I'm going to end the video and I'll leave you with this information until the next setup, which is the first one is here and the next one down here. So let's see. Let's trade a little bit here and then move on to the next part. So officially, the analysis video is over. The next 30 minutes or so, I will simply play around with Chaser and show you how to actually get into trades, exit them, and how you should not be freaking out and control your actions here, because it's very easy. We can see how we had excessive candles here. We're most likely going to print another dot. That is going to prompt a swift price reversal here, and we'll be ready to take advantage of that and make a few bucks on this account. So let's demo away and take it easy in the meantime. Yeah, let's go. Grab some water. Stay hydrated, never liquidated. Cryptopocalypse Now style. If you like this format, Platoon, it's a private video, but unlisted. So you can watch it later if you're not around right now when it's being posted, and everyone's being notified on Discord. But you can click like, so I can keep these updates sort of pre-recorded instead of doing a live gathering on Discord, because there were very few questions in the last few sessions, so people just want to know what my take is on the next setup, and I think this is the best way I can provide that for a lot of you. Pre-recorded video, posted right after the record, not a day later, literally minutes later, and then show you what to expect so you can prepare your next trade. As you know, we plan ahead and we don't act immediately. We wait for price to reach our targets, and then we take action thereafter. So let's wait a little bit. Lots of time we have on our hands. See, it's already profiting. So this is almost $10 with current BTC price. It's pretty good. You do this 100 times a day, and voila, you have your 1%. These settings are perfect. There's no, I don't know how you end up in a negative. Never here. All positive trades. There's simply, it does not happen. 10 is a good distance. It is getting hit a little frequently, a little too frequently. So let's see if we can adjust this later, but for now we want to be a bit more aggressive towards a potential support. Alright, so even though this is where you want to be accumulating. When it's dumping really hard, it's going to start accelerating. This is when you want to start stacking up on your leverage. Okay, remember, leverage is, we're controlling it using our contracts. This is what represents our leverage, nothing else. Whatever settings you have on Bybit doesn't really matter. Follow along and you should be okay all the time. Look at these dumps. They're starting to get a bit more aggressive. So here, closer to support is a magnet. We want to go 20, and I want to increase this to about 5. Like so. This is going to give 2,851 contracts. It's excessive, but we're close to my area of interest here. I'm interested, and so we act on it. We're not guessing. We measured it. Now, see breakdown, retest, continuation. We're expecting to go from this line all the way down to here. But we're going to take a little pause, and we're going to take advantage of this pause closer to like this region here, basically. Very easy. It's easy when you know what you're doing. Trading is not easy. I'm not trying to sound like some YouTubers out there. Trading is easy. It's not easy. You need to basically be 100% sure that what you're seeing is going to give you provide some, expose some market inefficiencies, provide you with an opportunity to actually bid on price and take advantage of volatility when it moves in the opposite direction. Because remember, before you came here, a long time ago, even if you're a professional now and you're doing this full time, you probably would face something like a situation where you would go long and suddenly price is dumping because you had your confirmation. Then you would go short and suddenly price is reversing and there's no hope. It's not coming back down to your entry level. This is why here at Cryptopocalypse now we stay one step ahead of the game and we project our analysis into the future. And this is not predicting the future. This is a very calculated method to measure an approximate area of liquidity that we can take advantage of and see how candlesticks behave against MarketSpy, particular momentum oversold overbought levels, and see that's all it took. We're up by $10. Let's do this again. We see prices reversing. Let's drop the distance back down to 5. I'll maintain my aggressive proportion of account here. I see this is curving up, and whether it shoots all the way up or just by 500 points, I'm happy to take that. I know this would be a great trading opportunity here. I just know it. I also see a divergence, and I see that we have 25 minutes on the 30 to close this, so potential extension, but I want to be accumulating here. Okay, enough. We're seeing that price is moving by at least 10 points. Let's go back to 10. So 2 fills on 5, 30 points. Price moved by an average of 12 points. That's how it got away from our entry and where it is now. So we want to be that average. We want to get close to it. Let's make 10 as our distance and accumulate aggressively with 0.05 as our proportion of account, which is 5% every time it gets filled. By the way, we want to take a look at Armageddon on time, preferably on higher time frames, and see what we can come up with. We got an hour to go, so maybe a little too early. Never, always start the chaser at the close of the candle, not at the open of the candle. So this, you see this little band and where the price is. So that's a window of opportunity. All right, we're at 50% Fibonacci level. We keep falling. Buy pressure increases down to these levels, so it's good. I want to keep this intact, and I want to keep buying this at 10 distance and fill as much as possible. Look at this. Leverage is growing fast, very fast, and that's good. We want to be aggressive when price is dumping hardcore, right? When it's slight little movements and we're in unknown territory, then we want to be go a little smaller. Here, it's good to be aggressive. We're up to 15. Don't worry, this analysis will not be late. There's plenty of opportunities to come all the way down to this level. And if it goes up, we'll reevaluate. But yeah, we're below all the baselines. We're going down. we're going down, but we're using a little, you know, something like this. But we're not going back up above it anytime soon. Just keep that in mind. Below all baselines, price action is bearish. We broke out of the channel. Once we're up to this level, we will switch short. Okay, we'll switch short once we're inside EQ 2. However, there's a divergence, and that usually means we're at the end of a downtrend, so it may actually reclaim and go as high as 43 again. So let's see how things play out here. Bearish Christmas tree, weekly close. That's good. We're not dumping immediately. Two-hour time frame. The window of opportunity as well. Looking for 61.8 as our accumulation target and a potential rebound from here. We're being a little aggressive, that's okay. It's okay. We're gonna front run the potential curvature of momentum here. Can we get to 78, take out this green stop? Yeah, I think we can. I think we should. How is this going to affect our position? So again, we're approaching 100. We want to stop, bring this up to 20. Price jumps by 15 points minimum. You see that? Look at that. So we want to stay 20 away from it and be as aggressive. There we go. Nice. Nice. It's going to start dumping. We're buying into this weakness. 127 points away and with 0.5 leverage already. We're at a midline, no worries. Price is simply returning to the medium away from this pump. It's retracing and taking care of all these gains. People are giving up right now. For us, medium term it's a re-entry point in the daily fib structure here. Why are the sell numbers so tight over here? This is necessary because we don't really want to wait for price to make our target. There's still a lot of time left for it to go to 38K. So while it wiggles and jumps about here, we want to do many trades, fully automated. And we just want to monitor it because, you know, if this was a bot, it will screw you over long. Like, doesn't matter how good your indicator, your signal is. Look at that, we have a pyramid, obvious dump to follow. Sort of diamond. But yeah, the bots, they rely on signals. We can rely on very complex logic and understanding of price action, human behavior here. And do the opposite of what usually the market would do. So this is one example of how you can take advantage of BybitPro to be a bit more aggressive and buy into weakness, sell into strength very fast, and almost automagically. You just have to do it at a certain level, not when the signals appear. This is telling you it's going to go lower, so measure how low it can go and then start buying from there for a rebound or short into the rebound, because signals like these tend to last a little bit. So if you had a diamond here at the bottom and it bounced up, you know, if you're shorting this, you're profitable, and these settings allow you to take profit within this range the range here lower, and if you averaged in, you're in profit now. So doesn't matter if you're short or long inside of a range. Exit is the most important thing. You're getting that with BybitPro, you're getting it right. And so yeah, it's not about are you bearish or bullish. Price is bearish, means it's going to go low enough for us to buy in, and we'll take advantage of little reversals that happen along the way. You will see. Let's bring this up. We're at 28 already, and we just got started. Just getting started. I'm buying near these EMAs when price deviates a little too fast, too far. I'm buying towards them. Once I'm at them, price is bearish, I will start looking for a short potentially, but not on the oversold momentum over here. At the top, when everything is looking green, nice and smooth, and that's when I start getting bearish. In the red, I start feeling bullish. But looking at understanding it's a bearish price action, but price is moving lower, so that isn't that what we want? We want to buy on the limit order. We want to buy when price is falling. We don't want to be buying it on a stupid classic breakout confirmation or something like that. That's very rare. And if you're in a punch out category here, for example, right? Well, that's one strategy you could have used. Alright, we're back to 20. We already accumulated 48. Our job is to bring this to $100 in the entirety of this video. We'll bring this down to 5 again. Price is moving up. We want to be close to it. And we're staying just as aggressive towards the EMA 60 level. Let's see what it does. It gets rejected one more time and fills us at least 3 times. We'll switch over to 10. If that start getting hit, we'll go to 20 and so on. Until we're up to 1 minute ATR. Now remember, we're on a 2-hour time frame, 1 minute ATR. 14 minutes later, ATR resets, and we have an opportunity to start averaging in again. Watch, this is nothing. You could have put this to 200, 300, 100, and still gotten the same results. Even better. It's already moved by 260 points over here. Now it's moved by 280. As you can see, that's a very... Okay, 2, 3. I'm going to stop this, bring it to 10. We're up to 10K contracts on 0.15 leverage. 1. The frequency of your bids and the way it fills, as you get higher and higher in the quantity here in the field, your leverage goes up. You want to start increasing this number to correspond to the increasing aggressiveness of the prices and the way it moves. So, boom, right there. We want to definitely keep it at 20. We might even go a little bit more aggressive. We're seeing signs of demand here on this particular candle with oversold momentum, and in the beginning of a breakdown, which it usually takes time to confirm that this is indeed a breakdown. So keep in mind higher time frames. This thing's been going sideways for a little while now, so it's only a matter of time before it crosses up. However, by that time it'll probably be time to go short. Remember, our target's down below there. We're up to 64 now. Okay, looking good. Now we're going to pause this. All right, we're going to see what happens here. Now there's a big window of opportunity here. Let's go back to get a little bit more aggressive. Bring it to 1.1. We're picking up 5,000 contracts with a 20 distance. So you see how we're juggling this proportion of account decreases when the distance decreases. Proportion of account increases when the distance increases, because that's just how it works. It compensates for any inefficiencies that you may have in your strategy. Okay, we're seeing that these reversal candles got about 3 hours to go. They may not last. Previous candle was here, another one here. So we're looking that this could be an average size candle, and these are excessive candles. We have a jackrabbit here, which all of this price action here still warrants a long up to the first level of resistance here. Okay, and we're below all baselines. That's a no-go. That's a short signal, signaling that it will go lower. However, short-term long to the resistance levels. Another 300 points away from here is good, and then we will go short. We'll go short from there. As a matter of fact, looking at this, since we know that this is going to pause at around this level, and we have, what, 3 hours to go? So if this video ends up being 3 hours long, if that's what it takes, then so be it. All right, distance. Let's bring this down. We don't know how aggressive the impulse may be. 0.5. And we're going to go short with the same parameters. I don't know how you're getting a negative P&L here, guys. I don't know. We did this about 5 times already. Five opens, and yeah, 5 times we open a position, and every time it's $10. So we're adding more to all of this. 20 seems like a good number for these impulses up. If you can get fill in those. Although, let's go back to this channel here. Well, remember, we're testing the moving average here, our baseline. So this could easily, in 3 hours, we could have a pump that goes back up. Now, even if the pump is projected to be, could be aggressive based on this, on the indicator here. We're still thinking that it may give us an opportunity to go short as we stay below all these baselines. So an accumulation towards the continuation of our prime target that sits down below that at 38 is still possible. However, looking at these pyramids here at the bottom post sell-off is telling me that maybe one more leg, one more extension, and then it's going to shoot up. These tend to happen when we have been selling for a while. When the pyramids show up below all the baselines, structurally, let's just zoom out and turn up price altogether. Look at this. Structurally, all the bands over here are below equilibrium zone 3. So it's clear that we want to go lower. However, you can't even see it. You cannot perceive it. It's so small here. There's a little bit of action here that is going to push the price up first, and we're looking at a 45, 46 target potential before continuing lower. So yeah, this to me looks like a little double bottom here, and you can tell so by looking at the displaced DMA, which tracks the highs of the candles here. So is it possible? Yes, it is. Is shorting here now, immediately, a good idea? No. But accumulating towards EQ3 is what the rules tell us. It's not what we think. I'm simply following MarketSpy, and it's yet to fail me. There have been situations where it was extremely difficult to understand what was going to happen next because of lack of momentum, or simply conflicting results across different time frames. But if I had to choose a time frame and look at 6, for example, here, I can potentially see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 aggressive candles towards this target area at 46, and then that could be a short right there, unless we flip it and we go higher, then it's game over. So imagine these bands obeying price action and curving. This comes back and goes up, goes sideways and breaks out. Yeah, you're looking at, you're not gonna feel smart about shorting then. All right, but for now we're okay because we're using these micro movements to demonstrate the power not only of MarketSpy but BybitPro especially, as it allows us to place and sell, buy and sell orders that other people just can't afford to do. They don't have, they're not robots. We're absolute terminators, machines, when it comes to managing our positions and executing orders. And throughout all this, we haven't paid a single cent to the exchange. They keep paying us for trading this way. Let's keep track of this. Continue watching. I just wanted to show this to people because they're like, oh, how do you do analysis in the platoon? How complicated it is. It's nothing magical, but this is. We'll get to 100 and end this video, as I promised, just to give you a taste of what you can do here potentially. Now remember, this is, it's 1.36 now. Remember, it just keeps growing. This is appropriate for this account. If you have a smaller account, your numbers are going to be different. Okay, you have to have a feel for it, and there's no way you're making $100. We're talking about percentages here, right? How to get to 1%, how many trades would it take? You have variables, right? If you want to trade, you need to have an instrument. You have to have capital to allow. So we're going to pause. See this window considered closed. We're going to pause this for now. We're going to look at the bar progress, which sits at 20. So I'm thinking if this can go a little lower than the low here, I want to buy again. Okay, as it's dropping right now, 300 points. Let's go into buy mode, and now we're going to get a bit less aggressive, but more frequent. 10, and start buying it now. So that's a significant reduction here. Okay, let's go. Now, if you have a bigger account, excuse me, 2 and 3 of these trades, you have $1,000, $2,000 in a day, right? And price is dumping, price is rising. Who cares? We have been trading this way from day one. Even before BybitPro, we were looking at specific levels, setting those orders there, capturing those on limit, selling them instantly. We have certain rules here that we know exactly when to sell, and the percentage of our position to sell. It's not just some random shenanigans here, right? We have a method and we follow rules. It's very strict, and this is just one of the little games that we play with the exchange, and this is how we do it. So let's continue. This is now accelerating down a little bit. So we're going to take some time. This is going to extend and take some time to get to the target gain, but it's very close. I want to speed this up. I can't. The market is the kind of thing that you have to follow and obey. The market knows, only the market knows, nothing else. So once we get to 100, I'll get a little bit more aggressive because I know the bottoming is just around the corner. I doubt it though. I think it'll reverse pretty soon, and there it goes. But we're maintaining the same distance and the same number of contracts and a proportion of the account and we're moving towards the daily support area to take out this green square. This is what we have to keep in mind. It's like, okay, if I drop down here, how much is this going to accumulate potentially? Selling will happen fast and automatically. Other people don't do that. They have to go and set their orders, or they're very undisciplined. They click the market button to close their position, which is what the exchange wants you to do exactly. And I'm being a very bad ambassador, considering that Bybit is, in my opinion, the best exchange there is today for derivatives. And now spot trading as well for USDT account holders. The liquidity here is just, it's insane. I love it. Stability, everything. But, you know, that's what the exchanges do. They want to suck your money out of your wallet using these methods. Stop losses, market closes. Well, people, if you see traders out there who are just timing candles and they're hovering over the market close and they click it because they feel like it, run away from that channel, because you're going to learn how to bring your account down to zero from those guys. Alright, remember the story here, the main character is you, and you have to perform. You're the star of the show. There's no other way around it. You have to learn how to be properly disciplined. And in the art of trading, using market orders, professionals laugh at that. No one does that. Alright? It's so stupid. No one does that. Take your time and play with this. Play with it. Don't be one of those neurotic traders who are like, now. They go to 5 minutes, they see, oh man, I feel this is gonna go, fuck it, let's take profit, close, and then they're like, see guys, this is how you take profit. We take profit, we don't wait, we don't give it back to them. No, you just gave a whole bunch of your profits to the market by using the market close button. You exit on limit only, and good luck to you if you're not using BybitPro to do that. Good luck to you. But for those of us who are blessed and lucky enough to have this at our disposal, we're good. Look at these dump diamonds over here all over the place. And despite that, they tell me that we're going down and that we're rebounding. So we're buying these diamonds when they drop. When they drop. So many people have come to this channel and learned how to secretly trade, and now they're out there using similar methods, or, you know, things that have never been talked about or shown before are now being discussed in other communities. I'm getting reports from all kinds of funny places where they're like, let me show you, and that's straight from our boot camp, which prior to it, nothing like this existed. So people are starting to figure out their own indicators by learning how to trade with MarketSpy. People are now understanding what it takes to succeed here, and they realize their methods is not it. Their methods are inferior. See what's happening here? Spies. You understand what's happening here, right? It is not time yet. It is not time yet. We're waiting for a crossover. This is going to move lower, but very jerky, non-stable dumps, all right? These are going to be very enduring and slow dumps, all right? We have momentum going up against. As a matter of fact, there's going to be one more band if this moves aggressively down, right? Any moment now. We'll have one more regular bullish reversal, which signifies that we have the end of the downtrend and that we're due for a rebound. Not a reversal, but a rebound. So, this would be more accurate, yeah? Like that. Okay, let's wait. You know what we're looking for here between the two orange lines, and we're looking at momentum here. Everything is screaming buy, but way lower, way lower. We'll now get a little crazy and set this to not 1 previously, but to 5, okay? We're expecting a major move down. Potentially, not guaranteed, but this is how we prepare ourselves, by constantly, dynamically measuring this. It's a lot of fun, it is profitable, and it's all that matters. That you're not bored out of your skull, that you come out in profit, and that you understand what it takes to trade like a true market maker. You know, there's a lot of programs like learn how to trade like a market maker. You have to have the right tools first. And then you have to have knowledge and experience, most importantly. Understanding liquidity and how it moves. We're not looking at any books. I'm literally seeing bids and sells like matrix right now on the screen. I'm seeing where the major ones are sitting based on previous price action. And I'm saying it's going to go lower, but we're starting to approach levels of demand. And I see exactly how the book is structured right now. Let this dip, is going to get sucked up, watch. I already know, so I'm there. I'm positioned to take advantage of that, right? Right. It's 45 looking like, okay, not bad. Big aggressive candle, it goes lower, Bring it back to the square over here. Come on. It'll take its time, but we're there. 0.14 of the account already. And sometimes that's all you need. You walk away from this, a couple hours later you'll have another opportunity. Why? Because bears will exhaust. It'll be your time to step in, activate your favorite strategy, whatever it may be at the time. MarketSpy has 4 of them, and now with the Chaser limit order approach, it's easier than ever to do this automatically. All I did was click 2 buttons here, which is indicate my amount per trade, per bid, and then I click buy. I didn't click sell. It's all predefined. The beauty of BybitPro is that I don't know how man, there's so many people that would kill for this. They would kill for this, but somehow they haven't heard of it or something. I don't know. Or maybe they have, and they're like so stubborn in their ways that they continue to suffer through like legacy ways of trading, and they continue losing money. I know they're losing money. The group leader, you're losing money, bro. You're losing money, sister. 100%. You're not making any money on this. Doing it your old way. But let me introduce you to the future of trading. Financial weapons of mass profit. That is Bitcoin derivatives. Size it properly. Buy when others are selling, sell when others are buying, and do it with speed and style. MarketSpy with BybitPro, and suddenly you're rediscovering what trading can be. Where have you been all your life, is the question. Where have you been? Doesn't matter. It's where you're going that does. And here, with us, you're going to party. Every day. As long as you trade this way, you're okay. Alright, so it's slowing. We're not getting any hits. Too much. Bring it out to 10. Keep the aggression level going. Proportion of account, let it stay at 5. This is a good sign. It means like we're going to be selling this pretty soon. But we want to stack up. We want a little more. It's taking its time. Maybe 10 is too much. I want to bring it to 5. If I do bring it to 5, I want to decrease the proportion of account to about 0.001. It's telling me that, It's not going to give me that level. Not right away. Not right away. Alright, now, yeah, there we go. Starting to get hit now. Keep it running. I'll be back. That's good. Okay. 44. Our max is 50, right? Done. All of them got sucked up. We're now up to 0.1584. This is all bearish on the 45. Okay. So this tells me that we'll switch over to sell mode over here. And as this, actually, hold on a second. Had this crossover over here, this could potentially signal a local bottom formation where we will have a little bounce up. So we'll continue buying into it as it progresses. As it goes up, we'll continue buying into it. It is not time to flip short scalp mode yet. Scalpers, have you seen anything like this before? Never. BybitPro, MarketSpy, they'll blow your minds. People who've used them can tell you the same thing. Now what I'm looking at is to go ahead and tap this line over here, this blue line. This is currently tracking the top of each and every one of these candles. So the stop loss area is right here. Once we're at this level, which is 42,300, then we'll talk about shorting. But by that time, we'll probably have a baseline reclaim. Still, on that baseline reclaim, when price is here, we will need to short it in order for it to go and retest that baseline reclaim. Then we'll activate buying again. Does that make sense? MarketSpy, you already know. So let's continue. This is two week over here. We need to drop down to 5, not getting any fills. And we need to drop this down to 1. Boom. Let's go. Now you can make it happen from 0 to 100 in 3 seconds, but your risk is through the roof, and I do not condone that with the way that we trade. Work trading full-time looks like this. Bigger account, of course, you're gonna have much more favorable results. So when I run 2 or 3 instances of BybitPro, obviously these things make me feel more excited. Right now, this is just for, by the way, the account of this size, this is 100% appropriate and what you can expect and should expect in terms of a daily gain from the same amount of time that you put in. And sometimes when you end up underwater, you might need to manage that and extend. So maybe if you traded every week, 7 days then expect 3 out of those 7 days to be maybe underwater, and that would turn into 2-3 days of just waiting, managing for the same result, except that when you manage and accumulate and average out, this number upon the closure of your position is twice as big, because you have accumulated a good number of leverage contracts. So you're looking at 2x, 3x by that time. And so when that closes, no matter what price, you're making significantly more. First of all, fees. Second of all, just because of the sheer number of contracts that you have open, the same parameters here would be used to give you more profits, obviously, per trade. So these tiny ones don't really matter, but this can grow to 100K relatively quickly. So so just wait, 100 more of these, 200 more hits like that, and we will be sitting at 100K. You do this at support, you wait, you do nothing, price goes down. But anyways, each and every one of these candles had a profitable same size reversal. On average, look at these wicks, the way they get absorbed with these parameters when you sell. You're making money longing the downtrend. Here, anywhere. Show me a point and I'll tell you that if you're doing it like what I'm showing you right now, where you thought that there was support and you're not holding, and it's only with BybitPro that you can do this 100,000 times per day, then yeah, you're making profit no matter what. So it's not a question of bearish or bullish. Your conviction then becomes your friend, because now you understand that price is falling, that calls for some buying. Price is rising, and that calls for chasing, depending on the indicator, depending on what MarketSpy says, or you're starting to think about shorting. Same thing when the trend breaks down and you're witnessing short signals on MarketSpy. Things go down. If you're shorting it using the same parameters all the way down here, you're making the same amount. You're not actually winning or losing one over the other. So it's not better to be short. Only people who think in old ways were like, oh, my entry was here, the indicator told me to go short, and I exited over here, guys. They go to Twitter and post their results, and they show you, look, that is swing trading. That is ridiculous, and I think holding it in a very uncertain compression consolidation range like this is insanity. And you're straight up gambling. You're guessing at this point, like, is it gonna make that $1,000 mark target from this level? And you're holding it, and then it becomes extremely difficult to close, because swing traders, they're not putting like $5 on a trade. They're going one single entry, market or limit, at a price point where they think that, according to their calculations, the market owes them that distance. They're not getting it. Sometimes they're getting it. Most of the time they're losing it. When they get it right, they get paid handsomely. When they lose it, they lose multiple times. They give all those gains back. You don't want to be part of that crowd, all right? You want to understand that the market gives you opportunities to take profit, you want to take profit when it's time to take profit. You have to understand how price is moving. So the platoon is the place. I'm almost, you know, in the platoon, we don't have specific targets. We do sometimes when price calls for them. Like the 45 we call here was the top maximum distance. Yeah, you know, it's calculated. Sometimes we have overshoots. Sometimes we call the top too early and it goes a little higher later. Same goes for the bottoms. But that's not how you compare trading styles. You know, who's more accurate. It's about the method and who's more ninja about it, right? Who's able to survive huge volatility swings like that? Who's able to survive by staying underwater? Who's got the best risk management in place? Who understands leverage very well? And ladies and gentlemen, this is it. Cryptopocalypse Now is where we do these things. And I'd like to welcome you officially once again while you're watching this video. This is how you get to these numbers, but you need to sit down and do this. As you can see, it's been almost an hour, and who gets paid $100 an hour? Tell me. You can name. There are professions in this world where you can just count them on your hand, basically. 10 fingers that you have, one for lawyer, the other one for doctor, and so on and so on. But this is what it takes, all right? And then you come back to this a couple hours later. So throughout the day, you're having these 5, 10 mini sessions where you accumulate up to 1x. Alright? Or sometimes you get stuck, you accumulate a little bit, then you get stuck to walk away, come back to the next day, reassess, add some to your position, hold it maybe for a week or 2 weeks or a month sometimes to exit. But you're not giving anything back to the market, okay? You're not freaking out because you're not oversized, you're well within your liquidation limits, which, like I said, is determined by the amount of contracts you hold. You never go over the number 3 over here on leverage. And you understand how that affects your whole account potentially. But this is just my method, and it works. You can go crazy and do all sorts of things and leverage up and YOLO, you know, one chance, make a quick $1,000 here and there. It's fine, but I'm telling you, you will step on a mine. You will step on a mine. You will get emotional, and things go south from there. So please practice good trading hygiene. It's good for you. It's very healthy. Look at that. Look at that. This little bullish candle is turning away, but that's okay. So let's finalize this. Let's get it over with. 5. Yeah, getting carried away. Let's go to 10. We'll bring this number to 5. Get a couple of hits on that. Switch over to 20 and keep this number the same. The aggression level. $110 right now in order to get a good average over here and bring a number of contracts up to. We're using 3, which is super aggressive, but that's because we're not starting to do so over here. We're not starting to do so over here at a short signal, because some people, you know, when you're not patient, you're like, it's okay, you know, I'm just gonna start doing it here. No, we've been selling for a little while, and we're about to have an impulse down, so we're a bit more confident as price retraces, as it starts selling off, right? We're a bit more confident there. Just like here, you know. Post a candle like this. Hell, this candle, when it dropped over here, boom. Every time you have a white diamond, step away, 2, 3 candles, see what price does. Is it a fake out or is it for real? This one was for real. This one was a warning. Below baselines and everything. So it drops, right? You wait 1, 2, 3 candles, you see it's going sideways, but start using chaser right here, logical, right? And throughout this whole range, you're making money. Same thing here, boom. Don't ignore these things. Boom, you know it's going to go lower. How low? Where's the liquidity pool? Market enemy 1. You get picked up. You get a good sign over here, good sign over here, good sign over here, and you have a MAX 7 set up. You're off. You're good to go. You're buying all of this. Okay, you're buying it. Boom, signal. You know, start looking where the next potential bottom is. And right now it's telling me that 41 is it. But we're very close to it, and so to get there, it's not a straight line. It first has to. There's one bullish candle over here, and we still have that. I think the window of opportunity is still open. It is risky, but it is still open, and we're okay for now on the 4 hours. Looking at momentum, it's going to curve up. Not seeing any strength at all, but just knowing how price moves on lower time frames, we can expect that this is going to be yet another profitable trade in our favor. Look at this. 18. Okay, let's go down to 20 now. Keep the same level of aggression here, 0.5. We're at 100. That's when we start thinking that, okay, things could really go south from here. And so leverage up to 1x is manageable. Anything above that, we're in trouble. For now, we're okay, but we're using the 20 distance as an insurance to continue the accumulation phase. But we're stepping back a little bit. We're stepping back a little bit with the same number of contracts to bring this up to 1x. And it will pause it manually, or you can set it up to pause when it's at 1 over here. So that will be 1x of your account. Right now this is 3x of your account. So this number is like the leverage xing multiplier. Right now we're okay. Seeing indecision candle, we're saying momentum curving up, 50 fib level, 61 nearby. 1, 2, 3 candles, which in 4 minutes this is going to close on the 30. So this is a reversal candle most likely. When it looks bearish, then we'll be able to exit this and profit using our target take profit areas over here. Let's wait and see. Junior doctors and junior level lawyers, obviously. We're level 1000 and everything, but you need to have rep or capital to be at that tier. $100 an hour, ladies and gentlemen, using very, very simple methods with 1 Bitcoin in your pocket. This is the know-how. I'm passing it on to you because I want to make good traders exist in the world of what they call retail, but general space, because you can beat the market. You can beat this market using the tools that we provide and the knowledge that you find here in the platoon. For those who drop out of university too early, you're going to miss out. We have much more to share in the future. Some traders who have started with us have quit a little too early, and it's too bad, because this is manageable, and if you follow the rules, they will keep you safe. They will keep you safe. You have my guidance available at all times. You can DM me. No one does that, but I offer it all the time. It's just people don't seem to be, there's nothing wrong about asking questions. If you don't ask questions, you're not going to get far. And this game of trading is a delicate process that you need to participate in by asking questions, And they say do your own due diligence, and that's true on a fundamental level, but when it comes to technicals, just follow along and use these methods that I share with you, and they will protect you, they will feed you, and they will keep you safe and trading for a long, long time. Break the rules a few times and do it your way, or be influenced by anything else that's out there. You're in 75% of traders that lose money. You're in that bracket, and I can't help you. But this is doable. This is manageable. You can do it. I'm personally proud of our community. We have the most amazing members who have been super helpful, helping one another, and no insults, no stupidity, no child games, nothing, no ego. It's just, I'm so proud of all the traders that we have here at Cryptopocalypse Now. It truly is the best community. Even if I was not the host, but a guest, I would be freaking impressed. I'd be like, this is exactly how I envisioned it would be, because I knew with the right amount of training and proper guidance and mentoring that many of our traders would reach a point of no return, where they would be totally independent and analyzing charts and be very, very successful at doing it. But these little tips and guidelines can help even those seasoned MarketSpy traders get a little, get a little excited over what's to come, and the information keeps flowing in, and the examples and these live tutorials are, in my opinion, are worth more than an instruction manual that tells you, all right, well, derp, if you see A, then you do B. You cannot be a robot. You cannot be that binary. This thing requires you to be mentored, okay? You need to have mentorship in these markets, and I think overall our community provides just that. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, we have a buy signal over here. I will most likely step away from this and give it some space, maybe allow it to go slightly ever lower towards this point over here by the 78 fib, at which point we will be able to perform more trades in the same manner. But right now we're seeing a divergence on price and the oscillator, and that is awesome. I have showed you a couple of things here lighten up. That's good. I've shown you some of the methods, techniques, and tricks, and understanding where you should engage with such practices, such as using the chaser and how. And don't be greedy with anything. Take profit levels, amount of contracts you're trading. The only thing that you should be generous with is time because the markets require you to sit it out most of the time. All right, right now we need to step away. But yeah, you're good to go. Hopefully this has been helpful. We're at 100%. I'm going to step away from this. I do have another account running on the screen, so I need to take care of that. But it's doing just as great. It's slightly bigger in terms of dollar return, but it's still sitting at the 30% gain so far. Sorry, 0.3% gain on the account, and that's great. And that's it for the video. Analysis in the beginning to show you what we're looking for in the next intraday setup. Our last call, as a reminder, was too long here at this point. We're at this flag. In the platoon, we talked about how we're flagging and that we're going to pick up the dip and go a little higher towards the 45K level. 45 never materialized, but it came damn close. And for us, directionality matters most, not the target. It's about the journey. 100% at Cryptopocalypse now. It's about the journey, about how you get to the 45 level. And if you don't, you're trading along the way, you're making a lot of profit. Okay, you're collecting fees on the way because directionally you're backed up by buyers and they're not letting you down. And comes a time when you have to look at price action from a different angle here, and you say, okay, we're going to start dropping. But like I said, with BybitPro, our mode was to buy the drop anytime and sell using these parameters, which I have shared in the pit general chat section of our Discord. But these over here, volatility axis shows that there's more downside over here. Price went and found some support, some resistance at EQ3, rejected, and now we're pushing lower. So a little bit lower, we start reaccumulating again as per the analysis, and ultimately we're looking at that 38K level target, 37,964 to be precise. It is 38, and that's most likely where our L is going to be. However, it's not a straight line that we go there in a matter of minutes. It could be, but I think we're safe halfway through at daily support level, taking out this square pretty soon, and that's when I'll trade again. All right, right now this session is over with. We made a target of $100, aka 0.2% of the account. Super exciting. Thank you for watching. Click that like if you liked it, and if you didn't like it, well, what's not to like? I don't know. I'll see you guys soon. We'll have a stream most likely tomorrow, and we'll jump on a marathon and do more of these. We'll probably broadcast through Twitch, and it's going to be a 24-hour thing where the stream will run, but obviously I'll take some time to relax, nap, sleep, and so on. But we'll have a continuous price action, play the game of bidding and then asking. So look forward to that. And once again, thank you and cheers. Cryptopocalypse now. Platoon, you're the best. One love. Until next time.